Hello everyone, my name is Christian Lopez. If you do not know me, welcome to my channel. If you do, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be doing another Is It Worth It? Or, oh crud, I forgot what my segment name was called right now. Should I buy it? Worth it? Nope, that's BuzzFeed. One moment. I completely forgot what this segment was called. Take it or leave it. That is the segment. But yeah, in today's video, we're going to be going over the Harbor Freight XT half-inch stubby drive impact gun, air-powered. Now, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not sponsored by Harbor Freight. Wasn't sponsored by Snap-on. Not sponsored by any of them. But today's video is going to be Take It or Leave It Earthquake XT. Let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to be doing is looking over the Earthquake XT specifications, pricing, weight, all of that, as well as comparing it to other brands that, let's just say, more professional, cost more for obviously professionals versus someone that normally go to Harbor Freight. People look at it as very cheap and expensive, you know, not good materials, stuff like that. But yeah, let's definitely compare it. So this Earthquake XT is going to be costing you $114.99 right now on their website. Now you can definitely go in during promotion times, and I believe getting it for a little bit cheaper, maybe around $106. I think that's what I purchased it for. Now this Earthquake XT is going to be having 700 foot-pounds of breakaway torque and 550 foot-pounds of active torque, or 550 foot-pounds of real torque. Now, it's going to be weighing in at 3.2 pounds, and from edge to edge here, it's going to be 4 inches. Now, if we compare that to other companies such as Mac, Bluepoint, Matco, Snap-on doesn't have one. Matco is going to be the closest version, I believe, to the Earthquake XT. Bluepoint, we're looking at around $260. Mac, we're looking around $300. Now the Bluepoint version, which is basically Snap-on, has 550 foot-pounds of working force, so the exact same as this one. It weighs 5 pounds, so almost 2 pounds heavier than this one. It's made in China, and it's going to be 6 inches in length compared to 4 inches, and it is going to be costing you more than $120 more, and specification wise it is not as good in any category. Now Mac is going to be $300, so easily more than double the price of this Earthquake. It weighs 2.9 pounds, so it is 0.3 pounds lighter than the Earthquake. It's going to have 635 pounds of breakaway force, and it didn't say what the actual working force is, and it's going to come in at 4.4 inches, so it's going to come in at about a ½ inch longer than the Earthquake. Now, like I said, the Matco is going to be the closest to it, which I actually have one right here, and I'm going to place it right next to it. Now the Matco is going to be costing $326. It has 600 foot-pounds of breakaway force and 475 foot-pounds of working force. So it is about 100 foot-pounds less of breakaway force than the Earthquake, and 75 foot-pounds less of working force than the Earthquake, and it's almost 3 times as expensive. But the Matco does only weigh 2.2 pounds, so the Matco is 1 pound lighter than the Earthquake, but it is also going to be longer and taller than the Earthquake. So if we compare these two together, let's see if you can tell, but if you go back to back, right here, you can see that let's go right here, that the Matco is longer, and if you place them upright like this, you can see that, the Matco is also taller. So that's just kind of a side-to-side comparison of the nearest tool to the Earthquake XT. Now, I'd also like to say real quick, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you may be able to see that, or maybe able to hear that my voice has, well, this is actually a really good example right now. I have ADHD as well as a few other things that are messed up with my head. It gives me a hard time to talk. So lots of times in my videos you'll see random cuts or it'll look like I skipped a moment. That's because I have trouble speaking sometimes. So yeah, if you ever are watching my videos, or like just right now, I believe when I kind of went over the description of this tool and everything, my words seemed kind of jumbled up, or they didn't seem like proper or the right way to say it. It's just because that's me. Lots of times I try to edit that stuff out, but I'm gonna leave this in. You guys can kind of hear how I normally talk sometimes. I mean, sometimes some people can go up to me and they won't notice anything at all and it'll be completely fine. Sometimes I just get nervous or my words just get jumbled up, and it happens, and it's the way it is. Like right now it's happening more often than usual. But let's keep going on with the video real quick. Just kind of wanted to inform my viewers that if you ever see that or hear that my voice or what I'm saying doesn't seem right, it's because I got some problems. But yeah, so definitely right off the bat, if you go through and hear the specifications that I just went through, price points, weight, size, working torque, breakaway torque, you can see that this Earthquake is better than all of them at half the cost, a third of the cost, a fourth of the cost. It really is, specification wise, an amazing tool. Now working with these, my coworker, this is my coworker's Matco. These are very similar. You can tell that this does weigh less because it weighs only 2/3 of what this weighs. This weighs a little bit over 3 pounds. This weighs a little over 2 pounds. So you can feel a difference in the weight. One thing I will say though is when using this gun, the trigger is a little bit harder to use. It's a little bit more difficult versus this one. It's much smoother. I'm not exactly sure why, but this one does have just a spring in it itself versus the Harbor Freight, which I don't know what they use for it. Also, it's much easier to see the numbers on these ones. The numbers on, like, let's say the Matco right here tend to wear out very easily in there. About half of it is gone because the numbers kind of curl over the dial versus right here, if you look at the Harbor Freight, oh gosh, if I can zoom it in and focus, you can see that, oh, almost. You can see that the numbers are not curved over, they're actually inside. And it's super easy to tell. Obviously you can see that dial right there, it shows you what you're at. Same as on this side as well. And obviously you have right and left, super easy to use. Let's get back in focus real quick. There we go. So being able to work with both of these guns, as well as being able to see some other people that have these Earthquakes at my shop, this is definitely going to be a take it tool. Obviously I have take it or leave it. This is definitely a take it. For the pricing of this tool, I think it is near impossible to be able to find another Stubby 1/2" drive air impact with the power, the weight, and the size. I think it's unbeatable. Now there is a video out there that you can watch of actually the Earthquake XT versus the Snap-on 1/2" gun. Now the person that created that, real quick, Real Tour Reviews, I'm shouting out his channel, really cool channel, but that one video shows you the working force of the Earthquake Harbor Freight versus the Snap-on, and the Snap-on is more powerful than the Harbor Freight is more powerful than the Snap-on, and especially when it comes to this Earthquake gun, it is more powerful than the Matco, as well as some of the other 1/2" Stubbies that I see at my shop. I use this every single day. It hasn't failed me. I make sure to lubricate it daily also because you don't want to be messing up the gears and running these things dry. I take care of it. I've been using it for about 8 months now, and it hasn't given me any problems at all, working perfectly. I definitely recommend it. Now the only thing I will say about this tool is, let me bring you up right here. That pin right there. Now the pin that I just showed you right now is actually what is going to be holding your socket to the gun itself. Now over time those tend to wear out on multiple guns. On this one it seemed to wear out a little bit faster than some of the other guns like the Matco or the Blue Point. But it's a very simple fix. So as you can see right now, if I put my socket on there, it's on there good. It's on there really good versus the Matco, which also is worn out. Much easier to take off. Now, the way I was able to fix that was actually by taking a pair of small pliers, going in between that little slit right there, and basically widening it up. When I was able to do that, it expanded it outwards, and it made it more difficult to be able to take off the sockets. So that's really the only negative thing I could say about this gun, is that that pin tends to wear out a little bit faster, but all I had to do was stretch it out a little bit, and it's completely fine. So this is, like I said, definitely a take it tool. I highly recommend it in your toolbox. Yeah, that is going to be it. I really hope you guys enjoyed my video. Please make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share if you can. I'm always trying to grow as a channel. So yeah, that's that. Sorry, I didn't know what to say for a moment. But make sure to check out my 2,000 subscriber giveaway video. I'm at 1,500 subscribers right now, I think. So we're almost 2,000 subscribers. And once I'm there, I'll be doing a tool giveaway. So make sure to check out that video and see how you can enter. Alright, have a good night, guys.